right?
I'm sorry?
Between the native object and the JavaScript processor.
I don't think I understood the question.
Okay. Well, we'll talk after.
Yeah, we can talk afterwards.
Can this be done with JavaScript alone, or does it need a plugin?
Yeah, you can do it totally without any plugins.
Yeah.
You don't even need JavaScript.
Do you need JavaScript? Is that the question?
I see.
Yeah. I mean, JavaScript makes it a lot easier to make things hover under the mouse, but you don't necessarily need to.
The more plugins you've got, the better. Just turn them all on. It's great. Good things will happen.
Is what you guys have found a way to, if someone clicks on the attacker site, what actually happens is that the person actually clicks something that is rendered in his browser but belongs to a site that has a session to. For example...
that's one variant of the attack. Yep.
Okay. And so that's why it sidesteps cross-site request forgery, because that's already loaded.
You got it right.
It is the real user. It is the real website. It is the real request. Everything is the same. You're just controlling what they click on.
Right. Two more questions, guys.
You had mentioned notifying two of the web browsers companies. What about Google Chrome? Is there any implications to that?
I have no interest in going after the little guys. This is such a huge problem. I mean,
well, would it affect it?
Yeah.
Yes, it would affect it.
It would definitely affect it.
Don't ask Robert about Google, don't you?
I thought I made my intentions clear.
I know people are interested in continuing this 20 questions game, but do you have anything else you can talk about?
You mean other speeches? I could just
like
out
replay. I mean, I know it might insult the some of the viewers or some of the attendees who already have seen your other talks. But
I personally have nothing ready. The last 3 months was nothing about this. This is why I was pretty ticked off. So.
I do, and actually I was thinking about presenting tomorrow, but I realized I have an early flight, so I probably won't be able to do it.
So
but
one last question.
The next one.
Last question.
Okay, last question.
So you talked about one-click scenarios, I guess, where you could make them do the one-click when they didn't mean to. But you also talked about difficulty of filling in a form and if you're required to put something in. So it sounds to me, possibly, if we were thinking of a
mitigation.
A brokerage website that would make you put in the security you wanted to buy, and you have to put it in, and then would make you, when you say I want to buy it, would ask for a password or something else like that. It is relatively insulated from this scenario you're talking about.
That would be correct, yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
No, there is one scenario where that might not be completely true, which is where I can autofill through cross-site request forgery a bunch of that information, and then all I need you to do is click on one thing because you forgot the option box or something.
The other question is, with one click, can we totally obliterate the same origin policy altogether? If you can get the user to click on anything, can we obliterate the same origin policy where it doesn't exist?
Okay.
So, can you guys think of a link that does a click that does that? Then you got an idea.
Well, again, we're really, really sorry, guys. We had everything all prepared. I've got the code ready. We've got a white paper. We're going to probably, when we do release this, we'll probably release it through ihackcharities.org first. Good. Help out the charities, that kind of stuff first. You guys can get it maybe a week earlier than everybody else. By then, it'll be widely spread what we're up to. And then we'll have the exploit code. We have a couple different variants, multiple different things that you can do with it. It's very generic. It works everywhere. It's extremely easy to configure and make it work. So.
And I think the last thing I like to say is, without browser security, I mean, is the web really secure at that point? I mean, we can do everything we need to do as developers to keep the site secure, but if the client side is it's just riddled with it's completely broken on the client side, and we need it to get a lot better if we have any hope in this stuff. I mean, what the bad guy can do now when you just land on their site, even though you're completely patched, is just astronomical. It's just ridiculous.
Let the balls fly.
Sorry.
If you got balls, throw them.
Thanks, guys.
Hey. So we're going to end this talk, obviously, a little early. Gives us time for take a break. There are some other talks going on right now, so we apologize for cutting this one short. The next talk after this one